So another day in the gym. Um, Doing back lats, focused on lats. So it's gonna be an interesting workout. Start off with lat pull downs, a version of my lat pull downs. Something that I've been using for a while now. It isolates the lats. It focuses on, I would say, the upper lat, the upper part of the lat. So that's the focus. No, 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 just the one. So let's see how we play around today. Today is more work than it is talk. So let's see how we go. Sad part about starting like this is, alright, so principle behind this movement again is to isolate. The goal is to isolate the lat completely, taking away any kind of unnecessary movement. It is supposed to be heavy. So if you're thinking light movement, don't do that. Think gorilla kind of posture, kind of thing to develop lats. So let's go. Today we're trying to play with a heavier weight, about 57 kgs, 125 pounds. I'm not sure if the movement is going to be clean, but let's hope we can do it. So the principle of today is to contract the muscle as much as I can. The principle behind this movement, like I said, it is um, if you think of gorilla movements, or if you look at gorilla movements, they've got more of a posture of, you know, very dominant lats. So that's what we're going for with each movement. That's what I'm trying to focus on with each movement. Um, Very low, parallel to the ground, and then obviously pushing my chest up, squeezing the lats as much as I can, trying to get as much blood flow in the lats so I can maximize and also try and stimulate growth in the lats. The idea behind heavy weights, again, is myofibrillar hypertrophy stimulation, meaning we're building dense muscle or trying to build dense muscle. So, of course, each movement is different. Each exercise comes with its own um, tension and its own kind of micro tier. So let's jump into the set. Um, this is more warm up than it is anything. I think once I have gotten into the swing of things, then obviously I can start saying the set has started. Let's do it. So the target exercise the target exercise hopefully today will be, well, the warm up should be at least 6 sets, and the warm up, and then the exercise, sorry, should be also another 6 sets. Hmm. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to drop the weight, right? I can handle 57, that's not an issue. But I want to drop the weight and control the weight a bit more, meaning that I can control the weight going up in the eccentric, and I can control the weight going down, contracting the muscle to try and activate that stimulation or that 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 tearing or that micro tearing. So that's the focus right now. I'm gonna just allow myself to rest 2 minutes. In those 2 minutes, recuperate and then just kind of hammer. So that's the plan for the day. So because of the time I've been in the gym, because of the experience that I've kind of accumulated within the 5 years, I've also realized that there's you have to play around with different movements, um, especially when you are somebody who is a hard gainer. I've always been somebody who's small built. At some point, I'll probably show videos of how I used to look or pictures of how I used to look. Somebody who's small built is it kind of plays at you every single time you do a workout, you do an exercise. If you actually look or uh, if you actually gain. Body dysmorphia is a thing, but we'll talk about all of those things. Like, I think there's plenty of things that need to be discussed that I want to discuss, that I want to kind of bring into focus um, along my journey. So it's going to be a very interesting kind of journey, but
RDMS.
this workout is it's a lat pull down. So I've realized that there's the adjustment that I'm using in here in this specific gym works for me quite well. I like the movement that I get from it. Normally it will be an underhanded kind of pull down. Um, I'll go as heavy as I can. Again, remembering that when I'm roughly about 85% of my one max rep, whilst I'm doing my myofibrillar hypertrophy, I don't have to go a full set of 8. Roughly maximum that I can go up to is about 6. Um, so it doesn't compromise my form. It doesn't change um, the goal or the intention of mechanical tension that allows me to squeeze and also to do my eccentric without without having to move erratically, if I could call it that. So let's see how this goes. Different set all together. I'm hoping something comes out of it, but it's going to be a good workout. Like I said, nothing too strenuous today.
RDMS.
Uh. I think I could go up a bit. Oh, I like this. So if I have the right movement, and I'll try and take a different angle so you can see the idea is the full stretch. So if I'm turning to the, you can see this a full stretch, allowing me to move down. So that underhanded grip allows that movement, and that's what I'm aiming for. So again, not having to do too much to strain myself, um, keeping my bum to the seat, and then obviously going top to bottom, contracting the muscle, and then of course allowing the eccentric. So that's going to be a very interesting movement, but something worthwhile. So I want to kind of do as much as I can here.
RDMS.
So the goal behind obviously what I'm training for, or the goal behind the training is, I think, in and out of the gym for a very long period of time. Training from 2013 actually. Um, there was an on-off, there was in out, there was inconsistencies, and because of those inconsistencies for me, I never actually grew. I would put on size, right? Like I would gain weight, put on a bit of muscle, but then it wouldn't grow. I wouldn't go anywhere past that. When I initially started off, also here, I started off at I think about 80, 83. Went up to 85. Stayed in that kind of weight range for a very long period of time. I didn't see any progression. I didn't see any kind of dense muscle. And then, I think into my third, going into my fourth year, I lost all that weight, dropped down to about 73 kgs, which in its own way was humbling for me. There was a lot of humility that came from that. Um, it taught me a lot about obviously what I thought I looked like to what I actually looked like. Because obviously losing about 10 to 12 kgs means you lose quite a substantial amount of muscle also. So lost the muscle, had to obviously now rebuild it brick by brick, step by step. I'm 78 at the current moment. I'm still lean. I believe that it's more muscle density than it is uh, body mass. So the goal is to still progress as this is my fifth year, going on, going to push for 10 years. The idea behind it is the 10,000 hour philosophy to master something. It takes about 10,000 hours. So, in my mind, 10 years of um, gym, allowing myself to learn discipline, allowing myself to learn, certain things about myself, teaching and learning about myself. Those are the things that I'm trying to take out of coming here on a week-to-week basis. Now focusing on the type of workout that I'm doing to see if I can actually level up, throwing in some Kaizen principles in there, 1% every day. So yeah, let's do this work. Let's. How are you? Good, bro. So I think I'm gonna do maybe another two. Then I want to do a single arm. Remembering that my left side is underdeveloped and smaller than my right side. I think there's a few topics that I can talk about. Uh, one of it, a muscle imbalance. So I'm going to be trying to fix obviously all of these things. So the single arm will be for my muscle imbalances, focusing on trying to stimulate each muscle group differently, trying to get as much out of that muscle um, for it to grow and to develop. So a few more here, then obviously do unilateral movements, focusing more on my left side compared to my right because my right is bigger than my left. So I need to obviously focus more on my left side to try and obviously catch the one side up the front doesn't stop. Oh, alright. A few more of this and then we play.
RDMS.
Allows me to open up my lights completely. I've done back. The focus today was on lats. So it was lats based workouts. And now I'm just finishing it off a heavy with a heavy set of preacher and then maybe go finish off single arm heavy like hammer curls. So let's go. So keep it simple. Three
RDMS.
simple movements. Nothing too strenuous. The idea is eccentric movement. So with the eccentric, you'll notice that my squeezing is right at the top, and then obviously a progressive 3-2-1 to the bottom. So again, still trying to stimulate the muscle in a way that doesn't allow myself to hurt myself. I'm taking away legs completely because a lot of the times when you do movements on preacher, you'll find that you want to go heavy, but at the same time you want to go use your legs and your back and your shoulders for momentum. The idea behind this isolation is to make sure that I completely remove shoulders. Head is forward facing or literally looking in the sky. Pick a point of focus and then just focus on that thing. And then just do your set, whether it's 3 to 4 to 5, depending on your full range of motion. Also, remembering that this is all the way down and then all the way up with the squeeze. I'm going to do as much as I can because I'm basically going to work from now up until like about 1:30. So I've got about 45 minutes technically to try and put as much blood in the muscle. Uh, the workout has been good. I won't fault it. Um, Still obviously adjusting to what to talk about. I'm hoping as I get more comfortable, I'll be able to then, talk about certain topics that have affected me in the long run of my gym. Um, what I've realized works for me, what doesn't work for me. Um, so I'm just trying to produce or have as much stuff right now because as is, I'm just kind of shooting my shot and hoping to get somewhere with it. So let's go.
RDMS.
So squeezing at the top.
RDMS.
41. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Drop to 30 and do the same. Murderous, I tell you. You can do. Oh. to the next. So this is my last movement for the day. I'm just doing hammer curls, hammering the arms up until I can put as much blood in the brachialis. Trying to get that fullness of the bicep. So it's not just your long head, your short head. It's also your brachialis. Let's go.
RDMS.
Trying my hardest to get this right. Alright, I'm gonna finish this off. And then call it a day.